Has Kai Havertz done his ACL? It's very possible at this moment. We got a report just moments ago that Kai Havertz will be out on the sideline with a knee injury for an undisclosed period of time. Now, I've checked with my sources that I know and the people I'm connected with, and some have said 3 to 4 months. Some have said it looks like an ACL injury. The way it was reported to me does not really give you very good feelings or news. It feels like one where it looks like an ACL injury when it happened. They need to do the MRI, do the X-ray, and then confirm it. But it's going to be bad either way. It looks like he won't be back on this side of New Year's, no matter how you spin it. So that's the first 4 months of the season without Kai Havertz. Now, you can kind of understand how this happened because Kai Havertz put on all this weight in his upper body, but you would think the way he was training, he was also, strengthening his lower body and his core, because that's obviously the way that trainers should be working. But of course, Arsenal have terrible luck like this. I mean, I guess at least it didn't happen 10 days from now when the window closes, but now Arsenal are absolutely 100% forced to get back into the market and spend money. They have to replace Kai Havertz. They cannot go the next 4 months with one striker being Victor Gyökeres, who has zero experience in the Premier League, who clearly looked to struggle a bit against Manchester United. We cannot go back to the situation where Mikel Merino is our backup striker. That's not an option. He can't be our number 9 in the case that Victor Gyökeres misses a singular match. We can't have Mikel Merino be our only option there. We have to go into the market. Now, what that can mean is, as you see, there's some names here on the side. You could go huge for a striker. You could go for somebody who can play left wing and can play striker, so when Isak comes back, they can fill in on that left wing. Something Isak has done a little bit in his career, and I mean when Havertz comes back, of course. But you have to go big. You have to go get somebody who can fill in at striker and potentially rival Gyökeres for that striker position. Gyökeres needs to feel like there's somebody on his back at every moment. He can't feel settled in. He needs the competition. Competition is huge. And Alex Isak, I mean, we know everything going on with Alex Isak. If you don't, here's the update. Isak put out a statement on social media yesterday basically saying, the club has lied to me. I told them last year I wanted to leave this summer. They said that would be no problem. They're going to let me leave, and now they're not letting me leave. To which Newcastle responded saying, well, that's not true. We said we'd let you leave for a specific price. That specific price has not been met. We're not letting you leave for less than that price. If that price comes, we will let you leave. If not, you'll be welcome back at Newcastle with open arms to play for Newcastle. Now, I'm with the club on this, with Newcastle on this. You have an asset like Isak. You deserve to get what you want for him. He is probably the most formidable striker available for sale in the world, if not a top 3 striker in the world. And we've seen attackers go for this 130 to 150 million euro range. That's what they're worth. Now, Isak shouldn't go for 110 if that's not what Newcastle wants from him. Now, if I'm Arsenal, you have the room. We know that they have the room. UEFA, FFP, I'm not worried about any of that. You have the PSR room to go get Isak. Go get Isak. You'll make it back in the Champions League alone. Spend the money, get the player in. Him and Gyökeres have played very well together for Sweden. They know each other well. So even when and if you want to play them together, that's an opportunity and a possibility in the future. Isak can play off the left if he needs to. I think Liverpool are looking at Isak in the sense that he would play off the left of Ekitike. Yes, if Isak plays off the left, he's going to be more central. He's not going to be all the way wide. And you know what? He's going to play striker more often than not, and Gyökeres will probably be the backup. There's plenty of matches to go around. But this is a chance for Arsenal to right a lot of wrongs, a traumatic history of not doing enough in the window. Fix it now. Your hand is forced, and go get Alexander Isak. You need 2 strikers fit. You can't have one fit striker for 4 months, for an entire season, whatever it is. You have to go sign somebody. Now, there's also the option of Rodrygo, who we've been talking about all summer, who in Madrid's opening match did not play a singular minute. It looks like Madrid are okay with him leaving. As much as the reports are like, no, they don't want him to leave. To me, this is a clear sign that Madrid are saying to Rodrygo, you're not in the plans for Xabi Alonso's new team. Now, to me, that's also a little bit of a red flag. Xabi Alonso doesn't like Rodrygo, doesn't want to play him in any way, shape, or form. That doesn't thrill me as an Arsenal fan that we're going to potentially spend big money on him. Now, I go back to what I've been saying all summer, which is I think this could end up going down to the wire, and it could end up being a loan with an obligation to buy. That seems like a very Arsenal deal. Rodrygo has a lot of experience playing through the middle. He's done it for Brazil. He's done it for Real Madrid. He can play as a striker, as a second striker. There's a lot of ways for Rodrygo to work in this team with or without Kai Havertz being fit. with or without him playing as a starting left winger. This still makes the most sense of any deal. It's a player who wants Arsenal. Arsenal want the player. They should be able to get into the market and get this deal done. We have a good relationship with Real Madrid. So I'd expect and hope Rodrygo is the number one target at this very moment and someone who's very gettable. So let's see him go after that. Finally, Ademola Lookman, it looked like he had a deal in place to leave Atalanta, but that has kind of crumbled here at the last minutes. And he's another player who has played some left wing, has played striker, has played off the right. In his career, he's played just as many matches as a striker as he has as a left winger. So it's somebody who has the experience doing both. He's been very good for Atalanta. Obviously, we know he was spectacular in the Europa League for them 2 years ago. He's now put in 3 consecutive seasons of double-digit goals, 13 goals in Serie A in 22-23, 11 in 23-24, 15 last year in 24-25 to go along with 8 assists. The 2 previous years, he had 8 assists in the league in both years. Actually, this past year, he had 5. In the Champions League, he had 5 goals and 2 assists last year. In the Europa League, the year before, he had 5 goals and an assist. So this is a player who has done it very well since he's moved to Italy. My worry with Ademola Lookman is, and I know he was younger at the time, but even in his aged 24 season at Leicester, just 6 goals in 1,500 minutes. The year before that, just 4 goals for Fulham in almost 3,000 minutes. So this isn't a player who has thrived in the Premier League, but he's done it very well in a lot of other places. In 17-18, at just his 20-year-old season, he had 5 goals and 4 assists in 11 matches in the Bundesliga. So it seems that Ademola Lookman has a lot of experience and ability outside of the Premier League. So maybe he's your kind of Champions League option at striker when Gyökeres is becoming your Premier League option. So it's somebody who I'm interested in for the price. It should be around 40 million euros, but I'm not thrilled by. And some names that aren't here that are probably going to get thrown around. Ollie Watkins will get talked about as a player who Arsenal have always tracked. Nicholas Jackson, Chelsea are looking to get rid of him. Christopher Nkunku, Chelsea are looking to get rid of him. Tyreek George, Chelsea are looking to get rid of him. So we know our relationship with Chelsea. I really hope we don't sign any of those 3 players. Ollie Watkins is someone at the beginning of the window I was very interested in as kind of a cheaper striker option and then go get a big left winger. I don't love him right now. I'm not sure what he does for us long term, but it's definitely a name that's going to get thrown around. Rafael Leao. I've been told Milan have said absolutely not. He's not for sale, but another player who has now played a lot of striker and left wing, who can be a maverick, be a game changer. There's tons of names out there. Arsenal have to be acting fast in the market at this point and go get a deal done, hopefully before we hear news that Kai Havertz is out for the year. Because if Kai Havertz is out for the year, it's going to make it a lot harder to deal with other clubs. They're not going to be so willing to sell, knowing that we're in a position to bother and have to pay top dollar for whoever we sign. So that's Arsenal Report. We'll have an update for you tomorrow on the Kai Havertz injury, Isak, Rodrygo, anybody in between. So make sure to subscribe, put those notifications on, drop a comment on who you think we should sign throughout this window. I'll talk about that player tomorrow. So make sure to drop that comment down below, and we'll speak to you then.